Some days I can't move forward. I'm not gonna let it push me over. But I will conquer. It ain't easy, but it's almost over. This heart was made to wander, but I will conquer. But I will conquer. It ain't easy, but it's almost over. They ain't gonna let it pull me under. But
Hello and a very good afternoon to all our viewers. You're on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. This is ThePapare.com. We are bringing you live pictures from the Dialogue Rugby League 2018-2019. This is the encounter, the final match week, second round, week 1, a new year, a new start for all these clubs as the CHNFC hosts Navy Sports Club here in the picturesque Racecourse Stadium. And it's going to be an exciting week. We've seen a lot of upsets. Yesterday, CRNFC losing out to Police in that final minute. Premier Stanuskov Police Sports Club marginally sweeping that try and bring victory for the Police team as well. So that's how yesterday's game spanned out, and now Navy Sports Club are out here with the purpose. They lost that earlier game at Valisara, despite them making that comeback in that second half. And CHNFC are coming to this second round with new hope. We'll talk about those developments later on. But meanwhile, joining me in commentary, talk you through this game is Paul Toya. Paul, nice to be back in the commentary box.
It is, Inshaf, and Happy New Year to all the viewers and everyone watching out there. Look, as I arrived at the ground, I could see that it was going to be a sunny day. There's not a cloud in the sky. There's a little bit of wind as you're watching it on your screen from the right to left. So that's usual for here as well, but the surface is looking excellent. I think it's going to be a fast-running game. I'd imagine that the forwards are going to try and feel each other out at the beginning and try and come together and gain some sort of dominance. There you can see on your screen, there's the forecast for this evening. There's thunderstorms forecast, but currently it's 31 degrees, so it's hot. And but it's a fast, hard track, so I imagine it's going to be a hard, fast-running game.
Interesting observation is the wind speed. It's at 24 kilometers. That's going to take a toll on the place kickers from both sides. Still, Navir Singh of Navy, the captain, has not had the best of first round so far. He has scored over 120 points in the last 3 seasons, and just this season he has got a letdown. And same thing to Samuel Madhuwanta. Madhuwanta started off this season with an exceptional display of talent. I think we saw him kick over 60 meter penalties, easy going for the former Anthonian, but lately he has stepped down, and it will be a proving point for Madhuwanta as well. So that's going to be an interesting statistic for CHNFC, and interestingly CHNFC will be carrying a new inclusion in their team card. Adam Gowda, the Australian representative who represented Bond University as well, is of Sri Lankan descent, and he's set to start in this CHNFC lineup as well. So that's going to be the story for CHNFC. So a lot of things to look forward to. CHNFC coming here with the purpose. They're fourth in this Dialogue Rugby League points table, but they are wanting that top 3 positions. And Navy Sports Club, depleted Navy Sports Club in this first round, are trying to make a difference in this second round. This is Dialogue Rugby League. You're on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. We'll go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we will see what has taken place in the Dialogue Rugby League so far.
Not gonna let it push me over.
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves, only from Crescent. Breeder Fast, Pulsar NS160 with wider tyres and twin disc brakes from David Pierce Motor Company Private Limited.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London. sophisticated selection of Yardley, London. Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Crunchy munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites only from Crescent.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
It ain't easy, but it's almost over. I ain't gonna let it pull me under. But
A very good afternoon once again. Welcome to Dialogue Club Rugby League 2018-19. Second round action began yesterday after surprising a win from Police Sports Club, beating a much needed victory against CRNFC. That's a hard fought game for Police at the end, final minute try. But here we are bringing you live pictures between CHNFC versus Navy Sports Club, and certainly it's going to be another grudge encounter, especially after CHNFC winning the first leg back in Valisera. And let's go through key matches in the first roundup. Havelocks versus Army, and this is how it all started under lights. The very first game of the season, and Riza Mubarak was on song early on, and then Dushmanta, Priyadarshana, Shahrukh Fernando and Umesh Madhushan played their part after 6-0 leading. It took first penalty points on offer for Army just before the half-time, and at the full-time 23 points to 12 in favour of Men in Pink. Then CR versus CHNFC, the Colombo 7 derby. Was another close game. Such a wonderful work by Tarinder Atwate, combining with Joel Pereira and Tari, claiming the ball from that pass. And they had momentum through Navin Henakankanamge, 15-13 at the 40th minute. Then Samuel Madhuanta, CHNFC losing by a point, 24 points to 23. It was so close, all those first round games. And then Police versus Mighty Candy. This could have been another surprise encounter. There were fewer decisions went wrong from the referee. However, Ranjan, Sri Lanka's 7th star, was on strong, so as Tilna Vijay Singh at the fullback. And regenerated Shamli Nawaz Police team. They were on song this season. 32 points to 23. That was the full-time score back in Nitavela. Then we had the game Navy versus Candy at Valisara. It's another close encounter. final game in that first round just before Christmas. Navy Sports Club through the captain Tilna Veerasinghe's penalty opened the account, then Candy hit back immediately. Vijay Singh was outstanding. He's the man who put that final penalty kick as well. 20 points to 22, nail-biting thriller that was in the first round of Dialogue Rugby League. And team of the first round of thepapare.com, you can see Tilna Vijay Singh right on the 15 jersey and going through the forwards. Much deserved spot for Dushmanta Priyadarshana, Azmir Fajuddin and Sugat Nanayakara. Heshan Vijay Singh in the lock combination with Umesh Madhushan, Joel Pereira, Bunako Rangamo and Shan Lema Patirana. Roshan Veeratna and Thandaratwate combining in that halfback. Dinuk Kamarasinghe and Danushka Ranjan, what a youngster and the senior player in that combination. And Kavindu Pereira, the Sia skipper on the left wing, or right wing rather. Anuradha Herath in the left wing, and Tilna Veerasinghe, Vijay Singh, the Candy fullback, has chosen a team of the first round in this Dialogue Rugby League. There will be plenty of changes can be come up at the end of the second round, and let's have a look at this points table right away. On the top, Candy 41 total points, and mind you, they have only played 7 games, so one more game to be played today against Air Force. That's at Nitavela, and it's not going to be an easy task for the Wooden Spoon team. Air Force on the other hand have locks on the second, Sia and CHNFC third and fourth position, Navy at 5th, Police at 6th and Army at 7th. It's going to be 4 versus 5. Who's going to take that spot? Both equal with 21 points apiece. So that's about the points table, and you can see also CRNFC lacking some bonus points. Also the loss yesterday will trouble them despite their sad incident. You can see Yoshita Rajapaksa, the captain. He's not playing today due to an injury, and he's out for 2 weeks. And here's the Sailors and their forwards. There are some unsung heroes in that lineup. We'll go through that later. Top scorer so far, Candido, Danushka Ranjan and Bunako Dangamwa, 6 tries apiece, and top point scorer Tarinda Rathwata with 96 points, and Samuel Madhwanta of CHNFC also climbing through that points scoring tally. He's been outstanding this season. The other fixture, Candy versus Air Force, that's from Nitavela, and but we are bringing you live on this encounter, which is going to be a much needed win for both the teams to start the 2019 on song. Coach Motilal Jayatilaka and also Coach Ronnie Ibrahim would have been made the necessary changes, but looking at the tally since 2014, with the first round win last month, CHNFC only have won 2 and 6 wins for Navy Sports Club. We know that in the recent past how strong they have been, and with the national stars and some star-studded names, even without those names, Navy was outstanding last year as well. And this is how it all happened in the first leg of these two teams. Navy certainly had the momentum for the first 10 minutes. They entered the red zone opposite half, but it was Samuel Madhwanta who opened the account with 2 kick penalties and a drop goal, which is a wonderful understanding and awareness. And then Sudarshana Mututantri, he's the man who started inside the 22 and he finished that in style under the post. Navy had the momentum with this Chatura Seniratna's try. 20 points to 5 just before the half time. CHNFC, the visitors to Alisara, had all their say. 27-5 as they went into the half time. And the second half, the momentum and the pendulum swung in Navy's way, but till Veerasinghe, the skipper, missed few kicks as well. Silva scoring that try, the tight head prop with a quick conversion, and then CHNFC's scrum half Sudham Parinda Suryarachi open up space, and he's all the way, and that is a penalty try because it was high tackled, and at the end of that game 34 points to 26. That's how it ended. It was too little too late for Navy, and I'm sure in this game they certainly want to get that early momentum and capitalize on all the position. And in the meantime, joining me in the commentary, Paul Toya. A very good afternoon and Happy New Year, Paul.
Happy New Year to you, Sabir, and welcome back, viewers, to this classic encounter. Both teams are really looking for a win here, so I'd imagine it's going to be a tough fought first 15 minutes for starters. Even though it's a hard and fast track, I don't think the ball's going to be passed out through the backs very often in the first 10-15 minutes. Because the wind's so strong, it's 25 kilometres an hour, I think if I was the coach, I'd be saying let's try and use the wind, let's play territory, let's make the opposition play out of the wind. Also, the thing is, the wind plays such a big factor here, Sabir. When you've got it, you really have to use it. You really have to put the kicking game in, try and play territory as often as you can, and take advantage of the wind at your back.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll see how it goes. And looking at CHNFC, Satya Ranatunga, Prasad Notsanka and Jason Melder, that's 350 plus kg in that front row combination. And you can see Matisha and Sajid Saranga, lock combination, two Isipathanians, former rather. And of course experience in that three quarters as well. The loose forwards. Sudarshana Mututantri, of course, captain Sri Lanka, Nivanka Prasad, former Navy player himself, and Kanchana Lakshita, who's starting today ahead of Yoshita Rajapaksa, who's not playing today, and Sudham Suryarachi and Rohit Rajapaksa combining in that all-important halfback combination, which is going to be a very deciding combination today. And Nishon Pereira, Adam Gowda, the first overseas signing from Australia, who played for the Gold Coast based club, and in the other backs, Anurad Herat, Samuel Madhuanta and Navin Henakan Kanamgi, captain under 20 Sri Lanka 7s and 15s team. And Navy, Kasan De Silva, Amit Gunasinghe and Charit Janitha. Mind you, these two players very unsung heroes for the Sailors unit. So much capability and so much mobility in terms of attack and also in defense. Supun Piris and Nirosh Pereira, former Science captain Nirosh Pereira in the lock combination along with the veteran Supun Piris. Adisha Veeratunga, Sri Lanka 7's cap, Radhisha Seneviratne in the number 8, and Gihan Pereira. Watch out for number 6 and 19. Brutal in tackles, so as Radhisha Seneviratne in turnovers. And Rishi Dharmapal and Mohammad Afzal combination. We are yet to see some spark coming through these two halfback combination, and hope this could be their time in this day, in this game. And Dinesh Lakmal at centre along with Tanuja Malim, but no Mushin Falil starting in that centre combination. And Buddhima Piratna, Shatura Seneviratne, who scored the try in the first leg between these two teams, and the skipper Tilna Veerasinghe at the full back. So Mushin Falil is out due to his knee injury. And these are the changes or substitution. Good to see Stefan Gregory is back with the Sailors colours. Mahesh Madhusanka and Gavin Patrick for the front row replacement, and Imesh Aponsu, Sasanka Ariyaratne and Avishka Lee in the back row replacement for CHNFC. Also Hiranta Pereira and Kostan, some experience in that lineup who comes off the bench. And also in the Navy, Lairo Herat, former CWW Kannangara player who played for Sri Lanka under 20, is be another key player to come into the second half or any given point by coach Motilal Jayatilaka. So both the teams just done with their warm-ups, and like Paul Toya mentioned, the wind factor will be crucial in this first half. The team who face directly the sun or attack from right to left on your screens will have that win factor playing against the wind. So not sure how did the toss go. Few crowds coming in on the opposite side of your screen as well. Few Navy supporters. And talking about that inclusion of Adam Gowda, Paul, he's been a fairly decent player for the Gold Coast based club.
Oh, look, Bond University is the club he plays for, and they play in the Brisbane round, and it's a really high standard, probably higher than the standard we've got here at the club rugby level with Dialogue. But it's the players that he gets to play against. He's got Queensland Super Rugby players that he plays against. There's a level of coaching and expertise in the Queensland setup that. You might say that they've got a little bit more resources probably, and there's a lot more experience as far as rugby's concerned. The administration in Australia is probably not what it used to be, but still it's at a pretty high level, and they managed to get everything across the plate that they need to. So as far as clubs are concerned, Bond University are very strong, and they play in a really strong competition. So what he'll bring is a professionalism and the way that he holds himself and moves around the ground will be very interesting for the other players to see.
I must admit this, Paul, I was so pleased to be there in the high performance centre as well during the Commonwealth Games 7. So fascinating to watch. Even the international stars like All Blacks players and the Fiji players did train in that high performance trainer, along with the full outstanding stuff in terms of that infrastructure in that nature. And I'm sure there's not such a high performance center available in Sri Lanka, but that will be the target or the vision of SLR as they move forward. And today it's going to be a really great debut for him to feel the Sri Lankan sun. It's sunny here as well, pretty much like the Gold Coast and the wind, and unfortunately or fortunately we'll see how it goes, which side is going to take the better out of it.
Well, he's not a stranger to Sri Lanka. His father's Sri Lankan, so he's here often, and he's been here for holidays and that sort of thing. So he knows Sri Lanka a bit, but he grew up in Australia, so he looks Australian, he sounds Australian, and let's see if he plays like an Australian today.
A few spectators, and it's 2 minutes past 4 o'clock. Slight delay in the kickoff, which meant to be at 4 p.m. start. And both the teams with their final talk inside the dressing room. Dialogue Rugby League, it's all about. A young ball boy has been well advised, because you know how the width on this ground, and also the space inside between the in-goal area and the deadline. And if you have trained a lot in this, there could be any time the grubber will be useful, or the dink of a kick coming through. Namal Rajapaksa walking through Dhammika Madagadara, the manager for this CHNFC team, and Navy, Tilna Veerasinghe leading from the front. Sushi Dharmapala and Muhammad Afzal comes in. And it's going to be the man in charge. I think it's Dinka Pires. We'll have a look at that. Navy certainly had the momentum in their first round. For the first 10 minutes, dominating the opposite territory. But sadly, they just could not make those chances into points. CHNFC, Sajid Saranga, the experience, and Jason Melder. In the front row, former Hellnox captain. Looks like there's going to be an introduction as well. In fact, it's a 2 minutes silence for Kokila Samanda Perumal's sudden death. Such a tragic for the Longdon Place club. Great gesture shown yesterday as well by the CRNFC team. So that's the minute of respect for Kokila Samman ThePapare. We all give our condolences to his family and his brother Shane Samman ThePapare, who captained CRNFC. Sudham Suryarachi, such a vital cog playing for Sri Lanka's Sevens. He could be the next Rinath Surya Bandara, the legendary, the veteran, the sensational Sevens player in the Candy lineup, and Nivanka Prasad, former Navy player. He knows how to handle his opposite camp. Referee ThePapare is the man in charge. Hasantha Veranga and Pradeep Indika will be the assistant referees. And you're watching live on Dialogue Television, ThePapare.com, and also on My TV from your mobile device. And all set. Here's the start as skipper Tilna Veerasinghe straight away into 22, kick deep. Suryarachi with the catch and puts into the Navy half. Veerasinghe once again opting to put the kick, and that's out on full. Not a good start. This is what Paul Toya was talking about, the win factor.
Yeah, look, there's a win factor there, but that was just a skill error. You've got to be able to put the ball where it needs to go, and it's not a great start for your forwards when they see something like that happen.
That's the middle mark.
So he'll want to let that go as soon as he can, and he's obviously done that straight away. But as I said, it's not a great start. You want to be able to use the wind as much as you can. The ball comes in now, and CH take it down and start to set a maul. Going to try and drive the ball in, and what they're trying to do here is collect some of those forwards that you can just see on the outside, make them come in and have to try and defend this maul as well.
Great catch by Saranga. The driving maul looks promising for the CHNFC team, and they're going lateral movement and still holding on. And Navy in the meantime trying to defend, but that goes the first maul breaks. Referee ThePapare is playing advantage. Suryarachi sending into Rajapaksa, and here's the first touch, and Anuradha Herath on the far corner, and it's too easy. The man who got selected on the ThePapare team of the first round opens the account for CHNFC. It was played advantage, Paul, but CHNFC showing great potential to attack that, even though it was an advantage.
Yeah, there was an advantage there. They took the maul all the way until a Navy splintered off, and you could just see they came in on the side there. But watch the defence from Navy. They push up really hard. There's only 3 defenders push to try and make that move. The back stay straight and keep moving the ball out. Herath is such a strong player. Unless you're going to go and really commit, and you've got to target his shorts. He's such a strong player upstairs, and his legs are strong as well. He's runs like a horse, that man, and player just came on, he shrugged him away and went around the outside, and he ended up making the angle a little bit easier for Samuel Madhuwantha.
Well done, Anuradha Herath and Samuel Madhuwantha to take the conversion. Taking his usual time. And straight away on the mark by Madhuwantha. So that's 7 points to nil.
So it was really good rugby, actually, Sabir. The forward drive, the setup was excellent by CH just at the beginning, and they drove well, and then Navy came back and they countered that ruck as well, that maul really well as well, and then it just splintered off. And the way that CH, they stayed straight and set up that try was excellent rugby all round.
Collected by Sudarshana Muthutantri. And Sarah Chandra with the catch and move forward. It was Kanchan and Lakshita. Here's Nishan Pereira with his first touch. Bit of right and left. Rajapaksa trying to go to the shorter side and using Navin Henakan Kanamge. Ball goes loose and Navy on the counter. And unfortunately they find touch. You can see the disappointment coming from one of the Navy players.
Yeah, but you can see the tenacity of the Navy defence there. They just get up. They get up so quickly. I was surprised the ball wasn't knocked on earlier, but the referee decided to play on. But you can see the Navy defence. They come and they're so combative. See the ball being moved across here. They come up, finally make the tackle there. But here's the tackle. One pass, that second one, bang. And then they get the advantage and they win that contact, start driving them back, and then the players start flooding through.
And that was overcooked by Navy player Amit Gunasinghe. And Sudham Suryarachi puts a wonderful kick. And did it find touch? No, play on. Buddhima Piratna, that's a high tackle. And dear oh dear, Sajid Saranga, you're going to be in trouble. Number 4, referee Dinka Paris. Off you go for 10 minutes in the Nordic chair. Would be interesting to see that replay. It was clearly a high tackle. But how cleverly done by Buddhima Piratna. He pretended like, or he foxed like it's a line out. And he slowed down. And there's the left arm of Saranga. Not really a lot of menace or the malice on that, Paul, but it's still a yellow card incident.
Yeah, look, it's a mismatch. You know, you've got a speedy winger who's really light on his feet, can step both ways against a lock forward, and it's really difficult for the lock forward to get his feet in the right position, and he paid the price there.
Now here's another line out, this time taken well. Silva trying to gas through from that middle.
Numbers.
Navy going for the shorter side. Supun Piris, well tackled. Roll away, says Dinka Piris, and the ball comes loose once again. Turnover, CHNFC on the attack. Matisha Sara Chandra. Off we go.
Not rolling away there. The player that made the tackle ended up staying in that tackle zone and stopped the ball coming out quickly. We just saw CHNFC do that, a similar thing in the middle of the field. There was a ruck earlier off that the last line out. That Silva took the ball up and there was a player lying around in the ruck. So if the referee wants to start penalising that area, then he's got to be consistent. Make sure that everyone rolls out. Here we have Sammy Wadawantha. We know this is within his range.
That's an interesting call, isn't it, Paul? I was not sure why actually maybe Saranga is missing numerical advantage. That's why probably CHNFC didn't opt to go for that line out. Fair enough. Madhwanta just made a peach of a kick from that similar angle. And his second attempt today, and that hits the post. It's play on. And the ball finds the deadline, so it's going to be a 22 restart. Look who chased that ball, Paul. None other than it's the tight head prop, Jason Melder.
Yeah, well, it's early in the game, so you'll see the tight head props doing lots of running with lots of energy. Maybe it might be a little bit of a different story the last 10 minutes of the half. But Navy got off one there. That was inches away.
And here's the 22 start. Suryarachi and Chichi makes a fumble. So that's going to be a scrum.
Bad mistake there. Nice gain of territory for Navy, that's for sure. They were looking at being 3 points down from that kick at goal, and now all of a sudden they're 39 metres away from the try line of the opposition.
So interesting option for Navy. Quite interesting where Mohammad Afzal is right behind the scrum. Actually it was Tanuja Maduranga Looking like they are going to use some interplay between the backs. Here's Dharmapala. Mohammad Afzal cuts in and breaks through. Mohammad Afzal looking for support, and lovely offload, waited for his support to come, and in the meantime, excellent piece of work by CHNFC defense and Navy player holding on. Herat, the try scorer, taken it quickly. And not 10 meters is the man on the middle.
Well spotted there by Herat. Saw that they weren't back 10, but that was really all about pretty weak defence there in the middle. Steps back inside. Couldn't see who that was, but you actually probably should have taken the contact, Absol, there. But then see the great positioning here. I'm not sure who that was, but maybe it was Suram. In over the ball, very low, legs wide, great base, very difficult to move. Ball didn't find touch. Maybe have an opportunity here. They're going to run it out, or they are going to run it out. Well done. Get your wheels on.
Chatura Seneratna with his first touch sends out to the flanker, Gyan Pereira. Mohammad Afzal acting as halfback, sending a long pass, and Buddhiva Piratna, lovely break. Here's Charit Silva. And the space open up, out wide. Slowing down. Rishi Dharmapala looking for support. Here's Silva once again. Excellent run by Kasum De Silva. The loose head prop. Afzal once again. Madhuranga steps inside and he got napping from Sudarshana Mututantri. And no sweeper. Mohammad Afzal just looked for a thought whether he should put the kick. And numbers out once again. Lovely work by Gyan Pereira. And equally well tackled by CH player. And this is the first penalty for Navy.
Look, Sabir, I'll tell you what, I love the intent that Navy is showing at the moment. When they attack, they really go for it. They're really testing the defence of CH and asking questions of them. Just then, they did make a half break in the middle, and there were huge numbers on that far side. There was like maybe 5-on-1 or 6-on-1. CH managed to get a hand in there, and the ball didn't go out wide. Unfortunately, the man who was making the break might have been one of their props. Otherwise, if it was centre, he would have been away.
Again, another good tackle by Jason Melder. Like you mentioned, Paul, certainly they have numbers and opportunities coming from that far corner. This time they're using the shorter side. Clever work by Navy. Up like a flash. Dharmapala waiting for his prop forward. Silva as he goes to make 2 or 3 meters. Another penalty conceded by CHNFC. Looks like Satya Ranatunga. Interestingly, they are opting for another scrum.
Yeah, look, it's a pretty stable way to get the ball back. They're, what are they, 5 metres? Obviously, they've got to come back 5 metres from the try line when they have the penalty there. But, you know, as a back, defending a scrum on your 5 metre, on the 5 metre line is very difficult. You've got no leeway. You've got to push up. You have to make your first time tackle. You can't drift. You can't do anything. Basically, you've got to try and put some sort of defence in so the players in the scrum can get up and join the defensive line.
Here's the most important scrum in this passage for Navy, playing with that numerical advantage. Pick and go by Supun Piris. They certainly have to control the ball position. And they have to come up with the points. We'll see how CHNFC defense will react. They have to be patient, not conceding any more penalties. As I spoke, there's clearly offside. Again, number 1, it was Satya Ranatunga. Pick and go. Can they go all the way? Inches away. And it's right time, says referee Kapires. And the try scorer is none other than the front row. It was Kasum De Silva.
Anytime you want, but the try is try.
Excellent work by Navy. They knew that try is coming. They were so confident in terms of going for that scrum decision, Paul.
Yeah, look, they didn't really have many options. The attack was pretty narrow. There wasn't anyone more than 10 metres either side of that ruck. But here we can see they're just working hard around the ruck. It's all about body position and also being explosive with your legs once you've made contact. So here, they'll pick the ball up, go into contact, and now you've got to drive. You have to drive once you hit contact. If you don't do that, you're going to end up getting pushed back. Here we might be able to see something happen here where the referee gives a penalty. We just came up short there with our timing. Back to Wirasinghe lining up the conversion.
And the conversion is successful, so it's all even. 7-all. We have played 14 plus minutes.
Obviously that wasn't Cousin Silva taking the shot at goal. It came up on the screen as Cousin Silva taking a shot. But I thought that was great play there by Navy. They got it down into that quarter. They really put the pressure on. They still have 15 men against 14, so they'll try and up the tempo again and try and take advantage of this numerical advantage. So I don't think it'll be lasting too much longer.
Madhwanta to take the restart, 7-all. And he puts into the 22. Collected by Buddhima Piratna. Sends out to Tilna Virasinghe, and Virasinghe puts the kick. Chichi sends it to Sudham Suryarachi. Suryarachi steps and going for that shorter side. He's been isolated. However, CHNFC managed to capitalize that position. Another advantage play for them. Looks like some hands coming through.
Playing advantage!
Referee Kapir is playing advantage. Suryarachi. A long out cutout pass. Adam Gowda with his first touch gives it to Navin Henakan Kanamge. And ripped off by Tilna Virasinghe.
Number 19 offside.
Number 19 offside. So the player is Gian Pereira.
Yeah, look, I think he's just got his foot in front of the last foot at the at that ruck on that far side. Question here is, will Samuel have a shot at goal or would he kick for the line? It's a long way. Looks like the wind's turned around and now it's blowing back in his direction. The flags behind the posts are indicating that. As we can see, there's a replay you're looking at on screen, and that's when that player was offside there.
Madhwanta puts the kick into touch. He didn't really connect that kick or time that kick to gain a bit more distance onto it.
So CH are back to 15, full complement now. There you see the penalties conceded, 3 penalties by CH, 4 by Navy. I want to tidy that up. Ball stolen, Absal steals it. Ball just handed out to the centres.
Clever work by Mohammad Afzal. Simply brilliant skill. Offloading from that, from his one hand, and here's Afzal this time. Lovely work by Supun Pires. Nice running angle to get that extra space. Afzal once again on the mark. Lovely pass by Afzal. Here's Gian Pereira, sends inside. That's not a good offload by the Navy forward. So CHNFC retain position. Sudham Suryarachi gives to Satya Ranatunga. Looking for that offload. Good defense by Navy. But again, another penalty coming in. Mututantri acting as first receiver. Lovely work by Gowda. Good hands. No look pass to Nishan Pereira. And unfortunately, that's a knock on. Excellent piece of work by Chatura Seni Ratna and Navin Henakan Kanamge off your screens. Both national under-20 team players. Here's the replay.
Not sure where are there. We see the arm come out there from the referee. Maybe That ball really should have been taken anyway, but maybe we saw some hands in the ruck. We couldn't see it from that angle, but the referee could see it there, so we might have one that doesn't find touch.
Nivanka Prasad not letting go of Buddhima Piratna. It's not easy to beat Prasad. Piratna should have kicked it and gained that territorial advantage rather than opting to run by himself. He did earlier. Dharmapala using Charit Silva, the try scorer. This time opting for that box kick. Suryarachi underneath and gives it to Madhwanta. Here's Rajapaksa to Navin Henakan Khanamge. Navin tried to dance through off. Again another good defense by Chaturaseni Ratna on Navin. Show and go by CHNFC's Anuradha
Adam Gowda.
Gowda rather. Madhwanta once again acting as the first receiver, although he's poised to play at 15. Suryarachi to Prasad Madhusanka. Numbers out wide. This time Sudham Suryarachi delaying his pass. Gives it to Sarat Chandra. Sudarshana Muttudantri. Well held by Tilna Veerasinghe. And looks like there is a knock on.
Knock on by Navy. The ball must have been available to them there, and they just knocked the ball on. Scrum's going to be to CH. But I'm liking the way that Navy are defending. They're pushing. They don't have the numbers on the outside, so they have shorter numbers on the inside, but they push really hard from the inside. And players who are just one out, assessing the situation and jamming in to where they think the ball's going to end up. So if CH can exploit that, that means it's a gap on the outside. But you just have to be able to get around that player who's pushing in. So what they need to do is they either play a move out the back, or else they put a ball back on the inside, and they'll be able to find some daylight there.
So both teams taking a minute break. You can see it's very humid out there. Although it's averagely this December and early January looks good in terms of the temperature. First quarter being played 7-all.
So we can see that in the first quarter the game is still 7-all, and that really doesn't reflect the wind. So we said it's going to play a big factor here. We might not see it in the first quarter, we might not see it in the second quarter, but at the back end of each half, the wind really plays a huge effect here. So players start to tire. When players start to tire, they look for more territory, and that's where a kicking game in the wind can just be an absolute killer. If you're running into the wind, fighting for every inch you can, and then the opposition all of a sudden get the ball, put the ball in the air, kick it, and all of a sudden you're back 15 metres. It's a difficult time there for those players running into the wind. So here, at the moment, we have Navy running into the wind, and they're doing all right, 7-all.
3-2-1 versus 3-20 in that front row combination. And changing directions, Nishan Pereira with the pass. Here's Nivanka Prasad trying to gain position with a long pass, and that's not a good pass. Miscommunication between Anuradha Herath and Prasad Madhusanka. And the ball is the winner as it finds a touch. And it's all even in terms of score and also in terms of numbers. Sajid Saranga is back from the sin bin. Here's that pass.
Yeah, he won't want to see the replay of that, I shouldn't imagine. It was not a bad move at centre scrum for CH. They came one way and then went back the other. What I would have liked to have seen is more of a decoy come to one side, just to try and fool the defence a little bit more.
Excellent work in that line out, Paul. Rajapaksa sends it to Nivanka Prasad. Navy trying to win that line out, but CHNFC put some great pressure. And that's another poor pass by Sudham Suryarachi. as Gowda makes contact.
Sit.
Trying to put some pressure. Chatura Seniratna. Sarat Chandra acts as a first receiver and gives it to Prasad Madhusankar. Surya Arachi using the big Jason Milder, and he's been pumping through his and made his way. An inside pass, that's poor catch by the lock forward of CHNFC, Matisha Sarat Chandra. Turned over position, Navy on the march now. Rishi Dharmapala gives it to Adisha Veeratunga. Good tackle.
Hands, ref.
And that's a knock on, says Dinka Perez. It's going to be a scrum in favour of Navy.
Gee, I thought Jason Melder was lucky to get away with that at the last ruck. It was a ruck. He went in there, there were already players in there. There was a ruck was set up, and he used his hands. But there you see, he's obviously done some work in that little break they just had, because he's been very strong and fit. There's that knock on there, and I thought there might have been a knock on by Navy about there, but they managed to hold on to the ball.
Kanchana Lakshita, the number 8, with an inside pass, but unfortunately Sarat Chandra coughed it off, and it's going to be another scrum.
Yeah, the space was actually on the outside there. He turned the ball inside. The Naveen Hinenkankanangay would have been screaming for the ball on the outside. He was hugging the sideline, and he had about 2 or 3 metres to work in, so if he'd gotten the ball, he might have been away.
And it's quite interesting, isn't it, Paul? Look at the width of this field. You need your backs to work out, and you have one of the 2 star-studded wingers. That should be the priority coming in, isn't it? Maybe they were using Gowda to the later stage to make some decoy movement, but this is a sensational work by Navy. On the other hand, as skipper Thilna Veerasinghe goes all his way. Look at that acrobatic stuff by Sudarshan Muthutantri. A diving tackle coming in. Radhisha Seniratna, we didn't see much of him for this 24 minutes. Dharmapala to Pereira. How well that was worked off by Navy. We'll see whether we can have a look at a replay, but Chatura Seniratna cuts inside. He needs support, that's where the support is. An instant change by Mohammad Afzal on that direction, going to his right. Still holding on position, that's not a good work. And it's completely illegal stuff by Anuradha Herat. The ruck was clearly formed.
Gee, he was in there pretty early. They actually thought he was all right, and he survived the clean out. Came out with the ball, and
He has no right to show the
heroic stuff.
Next time definitely I'm sending him out.
But how good is Mutu there, getting across there?
Well, referee Dinka Perez, next time I'll be sending him out.
Supporting body weight.
Not supporting body weight, Anuradha Herat, that was the call.
Gee, pretty unlucky. But getting across there, Muratantri, as I said earlier, they made the break. The fullback made the Navy fullback made the break. The captain made the break on the outside of the 13, so that's outside the 12-13 channel. Makes a huge break, and the man chasing him down is the number 8 getting all the way across. We'll see another. So Hidath, he goes down. He's on the ball there. Oh, unlucky, I thought. But that's the referee's interpretation. He's the one on the ground.
Yeah,
He's the one with the whistle.
That looked 50-50 call. Anyway, Navy again using the shorter side. Looks like they have come with a clear plan in terms of their line-out attack. Dharmapala, Veeratunga and Silva waiting outside. Nicely placed, and Rishi Dharmapala yet again to Mohammad Afzal using the tight head prop Kasun De Silva. Charit De Silva rather, and nice work once again. What a tackle! And that looks like
That's the Aussie boy.
by Gowda. And Navy still with position.
Sorry.
And Afzal once again, 3-on-2. Buddhima Piratna steps through and cuts inside. Buddhima Piratna will go all the way. And this is absolutely good work by Navy. Mohammad Afzal, he's putting his opposite number to thinking. He was changing his direction from left to right, Paul. And here comes the try. All credits must be given to Buddhimapir Ratna for his dancing footwork.
Isn't it? Wasn't amazing footwork. I don't know how many players he beat there, but 3, maybe 4 players stepped inside. We'll have another look there. Afzal came round and just put the ball out on the outside, straight through a hole there, through another player. Too much pace for the covering forward. And that is a winger's try if you've ever seen one.
And that must admit, poor tackling skills-wise, Sajid Saranga, he just let it go. Should have given a bit more in terms of that wrap arm tackle. Earlier, he considered that a bit higher and he went into the sin bin for 10 minutes.
Yeah, look, if he goes another yellow card there, that's 2 yellows and that's a red, so he doesn't want to do that. But, you know, you've got to get a shoulder on him, really. But, look, wingers, that's what they can do. They send you one way, they lie with their body. What they do is they tell you that they're going to run one way, all of a sudden they stop and they go back the other way and they tell you, like, it's too late. By the time they've done that, you've gone one way, they've gone another way. Hello, 7 points.
So Navy leading for the first time in this game, 14 points to 7. 12 minutes remaining for the first half as Samuel Madhuanta takes the restart. Collected by Amit Gunasinghe. And he bursts through the defense. Oh dear.
Number 19 killing the ball.
Cleaning out, going down, going on over the ball. They obviously had something to say.
Captain.
Dinka Pettis, referee, didn't like it.
Hey, pass. Captain. මම ජජ්මන්ට් එක ගන්නෙ. ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ බෙන්ච් එක කිසිම අයිතියක් නැහැ මට කැහ ගන්න. කරුණාකරලා බෙන්ච් එක කතා කරන්න කැහ ගන්න එපා කියලා.
Well, referee Dinka Pires is not happy with the Navy bench. There's too much communications coming.
Well, look, unless the
Coach Motilal Jayatilaka is not a happy chap in that dugout. Referee Dinka Pires going to have a which.
Making gestures at me and making shouting at me. So I told the captain not to shout, but after he telling off, he didn't shout.
Words for Dilroy Fernando, team manager, keep shouting at the referee. That's what the call from referee Dinka Pires.
Right. Time on. Number 19 going in.
Time on, says referee Dinka Pires, so it's a penalty. And that's the incident. Navy manager, referee is not really happy.
Center mark blue.
look, unless the coaches or the bench is saying something directly to the referee or to the
players,
or he can talk to the players. He can talk to players. That's there's no problem with that. Unless he's talking directly to the referee or the referee's assistant with derogatory remarks, like really, referee can't tell him to keep quiet. Really.
and that's another penalty.
Move away. Tackle, go down, release, move away.
So opportunity goes begging for Navy. In fact, CHNFC was trailing by 7 points. Chatura Seneviratne opting to put the kick. Is it a knock on? Interesting if we can have a look at a replay. In the meantime, Gowda. We're yet to see him carrying the ball. Navin Henakankanamge cuts inside. Rajapaksa with assist. Using once again big Jason Milder this time. Good tackle by Gunasinghe. Wrapped her through his legs, and excellent work by Navy on the dugout, on the ground rather, holding on, putting some pressure. And I like the way Sudham Suryaarchi using Jason Milder on those pop passes.
Yeah, it was excellent, wasn't it? Runs a different angle. Just sort of pops the ball up here. There's the pop there. It might have looked a little bit forward. It was definitely flat. It managed to get him over the advantage line. They needed a quick ball to clean out. Look at that. See the CH player just ran straight past that ruck there. It was his job, his role there is just to go over the ball, secure the ball.
And protect the ball and the player. And in the meantime, it was Nishan Pereira who made that ripper. Abzal or Seneri Ratna with the step. Dharmapala. Great work by Tanuja Malimbada. And another show and go by Charit Silva, the tight head prop. Unfortunately, he knocks it on as he goes into contact. So both teams a bit of stop play.
Yeah, look, Silva, I think this is the second time he's found himself out in that 12-13 channel, and he's not the fastest man on the field. He's a big, bulky player. He needs to hold on to the ball there. If you do find yourself out there and you've got a small number on your back, really the thing is to try and pass the ball on. Here you see him here. He's in this hole here. You want him to start accelerating away. Just take the ball to ground. He lost control of it there. Unfortunate, they were right over the advantage line. There were a lot of players from CH in front of the ball, so they all had to come behind the ball to get back on side. It's an opportunity there that Navy missed.
Set. 3 handling errors by CH and 2 by Navy. Here's Nivanka Prasad, breaks through. Running straight. Rajapaksa. The short pass to Gowda.
Release now! No!
Sudham Suryaarchi to Sudarshana Mututantri. He was well supported by his forwards. Again using the shorter side. Here's Gowda.
Release now!
Navy trying to win the counter. And that's another poor pass by Sudham Suryaarchi. Matisa Sarachanda with the rescue. Here's numbers now. Prasad Madhusankar. Anuradha Herat, the try scorer, one fend. And he was well tackled by ThePapare Ratna. Was bundled into touch. Excellent stuff by Navy wing three-quarter.
Yeah, it's a great ding-dong battle they're having over that side, isn't it? There's one try apiece there for those two wingers. Both classy wingers, both good defenders, both excellent on their feet and able to drive over the ball when they do have the ball in hand. Liking the amount of work that Murutantri is doing as well. He's getting his hand on the ball a lot, doing a lot of defending. You're seeing him cleans out really cleanly, and always looks like his eyes are up, his back's straight. He looks like he's an aeroplane taking off when he goes into contact there, and that's what the referees are looking for.
All the ins and outs of Dialogue Rugby League. Log on to the breakdown. Join Shanak Amarasinghe every Tuesday 6:30 p.m. on your #1 sports sub. And Navy once again giving away position, especially in their own territory. That line out was not going in favor of them as well. Trying to use that creative line out as they have been doing all this evening.
Yeah, look, they keep turning the ball back into the inside, and I think the reason why they're doing that is because Murutantri this might be the reason. Murutantri is so quick off the back of the line out. He really puts pressure on the back, on the 10 and the 12 and the 9's pass. So they've decided that they'll just take it back around the inside and then reset them all from there.
And CH trying to drive forward. Nivanka Prasad once again breaking through that channel. What a piece and what a beautiful try by Nivanka Prasad. Would you believe that, Paul Toya?
Excellent run there. He sort of stepped away, opened up a channel for himself, stepped to one side, and then all of a sudden saw a half gap, went straight through the hole, and then no one really wanted to tackle him. Once the back saw him, they were sort of going, He's your man, he's my man, he's no one's man, and he got over the line. Excellent try there by the number 8 to pick up off the back of the scrum. There, he just opened up the channel there and he went straight through that hole. No one really wanted to tackle him, did they?
Mohammad Afzal gave everything, but it's a clear mismatch in terms of Prasad's running angle and pace and power. And in fact, it was a missed tackle by, I think it was Nirosh Pereira, the other flanker.
I'd have to say that from the Navy bench, there'd be some words being thrown out there by the by the coach and also the administration, or the management. I'm not sure if the referee will be able to tell them to keep quiet when something like that happens.
Madhwanta with the conversion, 80 points this season, 16 points behind Tarinder Ratwata of CRNFC, who's the leading point scorer. It's once again 14 all, Paul. Still a few more minutes remaining for the half time. We had a quarter break at the 20th minute as well, according to the World Rugby Law.
Play.
You can take if it's really hot and humid out in the middle. As the dehydration comes into part, a pretty decent high-hanging restart by Tilna Veerasinghe. And the ball finds touch. And it's going to be a CHNFC throw.
I tell you what, Muratantri, I just gave him a big rap about how good he's playing. I don't know, he went for that ball, it was coming down, it's just about to land on his head, and then he pulled out right at the last second. Check, I've got it. Oh no, hang on, you have it. And then it looked like the ball might have just crossed the line, but referee's assistant says that it's CH's ball, as we see the ball's already in.
Prasad Madhusanka controlling from back of that maul. Sudam sends it to Madhwanta. And that's a wonderful kick by Samuel Madhwanta. 55 meters maybe. Maybe 56, Paul.
Well, it's very, very generous, 56 metres, that's for sure. Might have crossed the line a little bit back on the other side of the halfway, but anyway, it was a fabulous kick. We know he's got an educated boot. We know when he's got the wind. You can see the linesman's flag there, if you have another shot where it comes up, and you can see the wind there fluttering that flag around, so he's definitely got it at his back. So Navy have done very well with playing into the wind here, 14 all, heading into the last minute of the half.
Gunasinghe with the throw, well collected this time by Supun Pires. Afzal using a bit decoy running in that Navy lineup. Afzal once again, that's not a good work. Buddhima Piratna under pressure as Gowda wrapped up Piratna. And advantage coming in favor of Navy.
Falling.
Ooh. So he's saying that Gowda went in there off his feet and flopped over the ball. Looked like he actually went in and he was going on an upward projection and just lost his legs as he went in. Navy will be very happy about that, getting out of that situation. They took the ball and they sort of did a runner, like a blocker slider move where the forwards look like they're coming in on a short ball and then they just pass behind, but it didn't quite work out because the forwards ran too early.
Numbers blue.
The backs tried to flick the ball on, almost got themselves in trouble.
Blue numbers.
This way you need to catch the ball and go into contact and secure position, wait for your support to come. And those sort of works sometimes end up in giving away 7 points. Again, Gunasinghe. Great tactics in that line out. Afzal gives it to Silva.
Release it now.
Navy and Dharmapala. Again,
Leg.
still inside the Navy zone or their own territory. Rishi Dharmapala trying to marshal his forwards. And that's not a good work by Mathisa Sarachandra.
It's almost got to be cynical. That's close to being a card. Grabbing the halfback's arm as he's going to play it. You know, that's...
Time done. You're on a
There's
penalty.
no upside for anyone there. Even though you see 41 minutes on the clock on the TV screen, the referee will play out this penalty because that's how they play it these days. When you get a penalty, you have to play out the next.
Numbers.
Unless you tap it once and then kick the ball out, you kick the ball directly into touch and play the next phase.
Interesting. Mohammad Afzal wants to go for the post. He's pointing his captain to go to the post. And it's a long way, 58 to 59 meters maybe.
Yeah, into the wind.
Into the wind, exactly. Gunasinghe, great catch by Radisha. And here comes another promising drive, controlling well, using a bit more players coming in.
Release now, no hands.
No hands, says the referee. Navy, can they score one more try just before the half time?
Release, release.
Another pick can go. Dharmapala. What is that? Here we go around the mulberry bush. Here we go around the Navy's ruck. Maybe Jason Milner thought the ball came out. Silva once again moving forward powerfully. Afzal with a lovely dummy. Seneviratne. He just could not put the offload to the skipper. Here's Rishi Dharmapala once again. Long pass by Mohammad Afzal, and here's the counter attack. Sajid Saranga to Navin Henakan Kanamge. And that pass straight away came from Silva's knees, left knee, and Sudham Suryarachi rightly so puts that. We had enough, says CHNFC halfback. 14 all at the half time, and both the teams will get some positives.
Yeah, look, it's anyone's game at the moment. Obviously, it's 14 all. It might as well be 0-0 when they come back out. But Navy will have the advantage of having the wind at their back. How much energy did they expend getting to this point when they're playing into the wind? That's one question. The other question is, what can the coaches do? What can they manipulate to try and take advantage of what they've seen in the first half? I've seen Navy... They're playing a very narrow defence, but pushing up really hard, so there's spaces on the outside for CH. CH are playing a very conservative game at the moment. I believe they might use a little bit more kicking in the second half. They're probably not getting enough ball as much as they'd like. Can't really see much pattern of play from them either, so we'll see in the second half.
14 all after CHNFC scored the first strike through Anuradha Herath, and then Navy hit back with Buddhima Piratna's try, or Charit Silva rather, just before. We'll see the highlights on the first half.
So I'm surprised to hear that CH didn't take more shots at goal as we have a look at the highlights now.
This is how CHNFC started their accounts. Suryarachi with a long pass. Great hands coming in. And Anuradha Herath powering his way to score the first try. Madhuanta. Successful conversions. 7 points to nil. And then Navy. Clever work by Buddhima Piratna. This was the yellow card offence by Sajid Saranga, former national player. He went a bit high, and Navy into the opposite red zone. From the penalty, they opted to call a scrum, and then face after face in the third phase, Charit Silva scored the all-important try. to level 7-5 with Dilnavir Singh's conversion. Became 7-all, and then both teams again in the attacking rhythm. Mohammad Afzal cleverly going left to right, and good DRL breaks through the tackle of Saranga. Navy led the game for the first time with this conversion, 14 points to 7. And this was absolutely stunning work by former Navy number 8 himself, Nivanka Prasad. Right from the base of that scrum, all the way for the try with Madhwanta 2 out of 2 kicks. That's how it happened in the first half. We'll go for a quick commercial break and we'll be back with the second half action. Stay tuned.
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves, only from Crescent.
අපේ ගෙදර හැමෝටම ඉන්ටනෙට් ඕනේ. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි රවුටරේ නිසා ගෙදරේදී කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අපි වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටනෙට් ගියත් පැකේජ් එක එකයි. ඒත් ගෙදරින් එළියට ගියාම හැමෝටම පැකේජ් එක අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්ද? Hey Barry, මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් පැකේජ් එක තියෙන්නේ. ලංකාවේ කොහේ ගියත් රවුටරේ ගෙදර තියෙද්දි ගෙදර හැමෝටම එකම පැකේජ් එකෙන් වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටනෙට් යන්න පුළුවන් එකම ක්‍රමය. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් විතරයි. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි. එක බිලයි, කනෙක්ෂන්ස් ගොඩයි.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Breeder Fast Pulsar NS160 with wider tyres and twin disc brakes from David Pieris Motor Company Private Limited.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Crunchy munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites, only from Crescent.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
අපේ ගෙදර හැමෝටම ඉන්ටනෙට් ඕනේ. මොබිටෙල් Wi-Fi රවුටරේ නිසා ගෙදරේදී කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අපි වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටනෙට් ගියත් පැකේජ් එක එකයි. ඒත් ගෙදරින් එළියට ගියාම හැමෝටම පැකේජ් එක අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්ද? Hey Perry! මොබිටෙල් Wi-Fi Plus පැකේජ් එක තියෙන්නේ ලංකාවේ කොහේ ගියත් රවුටරේ ගෙදර තියෙද්දි ගෙදර හැමෝටම එකම පැකේජ් එකෙන් වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටනෙට් යන්න පුළුවන් එකම ක්‍රමය. මොබිටෙල් Wi-Fi Plus විතරයි. ඒ විතරක් නෙමේ. එක බිලයි කනෙක්ෂන්ස් ගොඩයි.
Welcome back once again. This is Dialogue Rugby League 2018-19. Here's the restart of the second half. And that's a knock on from Adisha Veeratunga's hand. 14-all was the halftime or the first half score. Here's Sudham Suryarachi sending it to Rohitha Rajapaksa. And Mohammad Afzal. Ball comes loose.
Release now!
As he made the defensive work. Here's Nishan Pereira to Anuradha Herath.
Release him! Release him! Release him! Blue! Release!
With a big fend. Suryarachi to Jason Melder.
Blue boy!
He's been so good in the first half. Here's Chichi once again to Gowda, the Australian from the Bond University. Suryarachi looking for support. Matisha Sarachandra trying to win some gain line battle, and here's Satya Arantunga. Collected the pass from C.H. Shukar Prasad Madhusankar. Pick and go by Madhusankar.
Last foot! Blue last foot!
Another pick and go. Would be interesting what sort of changes the coaches will make as we progress. Here's Rohit Rajapaksa once again trying to dummy pass.
Release him now!
10-12 channel. And Gowda this time.
Tackle release!
He was tackled well. Here's Suryarachi and CHNFC with all these position, and they are yet to get that gain line advantage. And here's another good carry. Chichi made few meters. Madhuanta to Gowda to Navin, in fact Anuradha Herath. Melder with another catch. Excellent stuff. A bit of twist and turn. Sudham Suryarachi.
Offside!
Offside, says referee Dinka Pires. A chance for CHNFC. Nishan Pereira gives it to Navin Henakan Khanamge. Cuts inside. Good support by Nishan Pereira. Pick and go. Going by himself, and a lovely offload. And Samuel Madhuanta will score the try. Excellent piece of combination between Sudham Suryarachi and Samuel Madhuanta. That is what Doctor ordered early on for CHNFC.
Yeah, great play there by CH. They really held on to the ball for a long time. They probed down one way, they probed down the other side. They held it in close here on the close side as you're watching, viewers. And they just kept on pressing down this one side. It wasn't until Samuel Madhuanta came in at number 10, and he took the ball running, and that really made the break, and it stretched out the defence. Then they pushed it all the way to the other side, and we picked that up here now on the replay. But it wasn't until we came here to this point and there was a disconnect in the middle. The forwards hadn't gotten across for Navy and they hadn't closed up those holes around the ruck. Too many players spread out across the field, and Samuel Matawantha took the ball at pace, went through the hole and just found his way to the try line. Great play there by CH, holding on to the ball, that was the key, and also getting Samuel Matawantha in at 10 was vital there for that try.
Absolutely. 3 out of 3 with this conversion for Samuel Madhuantha. 21 points to 14. Excellent work by Siddham Surirachi. Here's Navy skipper waiting till his forwards arrives.
We'll see what Navy can come back with, what sort of reply they have. They had a good defensive line. They're getting up off the line quickly, so they're willing.
Good work by CHNFC to hold on to position, but that kick was not finding aerial. It was sent through down the ground, and good work by Gihan Pereira to capitalize position, and that's a knock on. But it was again Mathisa Sarachandra. He considered 2 penalties in similar offence, Paul.
2, I thought that might have been his 3rd, but he just seems to get his hands in around there. Someone's got to tell him that when it's a ruck, you can't use your hands. As soon as there's 3 players in that contest and the ball's on the ground, it's a ruck. You've got to get your hands out of it. So he's been caught a couple of times. Navy, you've got an opportunity here to come back.
Yeah, the discipline has to be there. You can even referee Kapiri's shouts you can clearly hear to the commentary box. And Veera Singha with his green or luminous, whatever it is, shiny boots to add some points with the straight angle kick. And the kick, he just missed it. It went out of the right hand upright, so the Navy skipper.
I tell you what, he's not hitting the ball as well as he used to. Just doesn't seem to be looking like he's as balanced as he approaches the ball. Looks like he's almost falling away as he arrives. I don't know whether he's changed the style, because generally the last few years he's been right on the money. He's top point scorer last year and the year before as well. So surprising he missed that, but that's the way it is.
Well, what is that?
Oh.
It was Gavin Seagards who conceded that penalty. Was he outside the 22?
It was very close. It was very close. I think when he touched the ball, he might have just been on the inside of the 22, but he would have been jumping in the air when he was onside. So
we'll see whether replay will justify Paul's comment. And that is again CHNFC's, and he just came inside. Yeah, he just can't come into that 22.
Sneaky, didn't get away with it.
Good call, and here's CHNFC on the march now. A bit of decoy running comes in. Chichi was tackled by Gyan Pereira. Nivanka Prasad, the try scorer, to Anuradha Herath. Ball comes loose. CHNFC lost position. Afzal acting as halfback to Amit Gunasinghe. Satya Ranatunga missed the tackle. Afzal with a long pass. Great work by, I think it was number 3, Charit Silva. And unfortunately, Navy could not hold on in play.
No advantage. Come back to the knock on by CH. No advantage there for Navy. So you see we have a little replay, and there was space outside. Chichi just came in and disrupted that. That's the props there. So a lot of faith in the props there in their hands to say that it's all right for you to run in those outside channels. Generally, in most club rugby games, they have a thing called Fat Man's Alley, and that's where the props, they all just run up and down the middle of the field. Don't find themselves in that 12, 13 channel often, but we've seen a lot with Navy. So good luck to them. Well done getting those players up to skills.
Radhisha Seneviratne lost in offload. Melda acting as halfback. Prasad to Mututantri. And that's a ripper by Tanuja Madhuranga. And he puts the kick. And Samuel Madhuanta make a mess of it. And Tanuja Madhuranga will score under the post. He put that kick, and this is the lucky bounce, but it came off Samuel Madhuanta's poor error of judgment. And here you go, Paul.
Well, at first that started with, I think it was Absol stealing the ball from Murutantri at the contact, and then ripped the ball out, saw that there was space in behind, put the chip kick in. Madhuanta there was just about to catch the ball. He was looking what he was going to do with it. As you can see his eyes. He looks at the ball, then goes, right, I'm going to turn away. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to drop the ball. Now, obviously no player actually does that on purpose, and what he's doing is they're actually trying to do the right thing, and that's just unlucky.
It's a great chase, isn't it, Paul? Both Madhuranga and Afzal putting so much pressure on Samuel Madhuanta. And Madhuanta didn't have much of an option. He just tried to escape with the catch. Veer Singh with the conversion. So it's yet again all even, Stephen. We still have over 30 minutes remaining in the second round of Dialogue Rugby League 2019.
I did notice when they were taking that shot at taking the conversion, you saw how slowly the CH players were getting back. You saw the ball get there. Here we have a replay of that try. Great chase, great pressure. Unlucky for Samuel. But I was just watching the forwards for CH getting back behind the try line. Most of a few of them only just got back in time, and they're looking like they're running with heavy legs. There might be time to look at the bench, because they've really put a shift in and they've got a lot more to go.
Great work by Anuradha Herath, trying to win position. And that's
playing the man off the ball.
I'm not sure who did that, Paul, but giving away position once again after all the hard work done by Anuradha Herath.
Yeah, wasn't it a great chase by Herath? Just goes 10 metres, he gets up in the air, knocks the ball back onto your side. Now here, the ball's anyone's. You can't play the man unless
Satya Ranatunga.
Unless it's shoulder to shoulder. That's the only time you can actually play, and you both go into the ball. You can go shoulder to shoulder, but you can't grab onto a jersey or anything like that.
We see a lot of shoulder to shoulder push in soccer or football, whatever it is.
See a fair bit of it up in the commentary box.
So Navy with another good opportunity, coming straight away into that territorial zone. This is what they wanted to do. In fact, they couldn't do that or gain a lot of territorial advantage, maybe due to that wind factor, Paul. You can look at the linesman's or the assistant referee's flag. You can see the wind factor. That's a good work. Here's Radhisha Seneviratne, the little dynamite. Dharmapala takes his time. Wait for his front row ball carrier. Afzal once again, numbers out wide. Good work. Malimbada with the offload. Here's Richie Dharmapala to the loose head prop, Kasan De Silva, who made some meters. Dharmapala again switching direction. So much flat in that attack line. Obstruction.
Players crossing. They had an opportunity there. They were on the outside.
Yeah, it's obstruction.
Obstruction there. Players running in front. And once a player runs in front of the ball carrier, if he becomes if he's in between the ball carrier and the opposition, and the opposition can't come towards the ball carrier, then that's what the obstruction's for. Marawanta's just kicked them to within 35 metres of the Navy try line.
Looking at these replays, Paul, this was so So much space and numbers to your support. Again, one or two interplay, you just get that extra space out wide, Paul. That's what which is going wrong for Navy. Their attacking line on the left side was so compact or so straight. Great collection by Saranga. And this time, a promising driving ball. Here goes Prasad Madhusankar and a lovely offload. And Sudham Suryarachi will dot it down. Excellent piece of work yet again by CHNFC. Well, he moved or he broke from that driving maul like a flash.
How are those little legs going? They were going for it. 100 to the dozen. He was really charging away. I thought he might have been able to find the try line himself, and normally he does. But he managed to offload so well to Sudham on the inside and get over there. So now CH had come back. Even though they're looking tight and they're looking a little bit fatigued, they still have an opportunity. Here we see he's just coming, getting the ball here. Makes a break down the blind side. See those legs going.
21.
Flicks the ball back inside. And another player there on the inside as well. So they have the numbers there. Individual brilliance. That's what CH bring to the park every week.
And the conversion is good. So it's 27, in fact.
Blue weight, blue gahanda pa changes agati nodu.
Now let's see what Navy can come back with
Okay,
again. Remember, they do have the wind. Will they kick down into the 22 and wait for a kick to come back? No, they don't. They just drop it in short and hanging high.
Good work by Sarat Chandra and good work by Nivanka Prasad. Fend off one, fend off two. Excellent stuff by this big man. And he got his support from Nishan Pereira and Anuradha Herat. But look at the distance he made, nearly 40 meters.
What about how he dropped the ball on the ground and that's called a knock on?
Knock on and line out. What do you want? Scrum or line out?
If Dinka is giving options, scrum or line out, it's a knock on.
Yeah, that's
rightly
right.
so.
That was the call. So there, the number 8 made that great break. And so what he really needed to do is he really needed to find a straight running winger on the outside. Here you see he makes a break here. Now here, he needs to look now and make the pass. The winger was there, might have been a little bit deep, but the winger needs to be screaming for that ball because he's the one who's got the pace and he's the one that can go around the outside of those players.
Right.
So great play, but also not great play at the same time.
A replacement in the halfback. Hashan Madhuranga. Here's the decoy run, Buddhima Piratna. Lovely offload to Mohammad Afzal. Good tackle by Nishan Pereira. Gardner. Oh, Gowder.
Release first! First release! First release!
With the tackle.
Coming from side!
Coming from side, says referee Dinka Piris. Navy still with position. Just went right to left.
Advantage, advantage, Gandhi.
Offside.
Penalty advantage in favor of them, and Mohammad Afzal puts a cross kick. Trying to put a little chip.
Release!
We often see the cross kick goes to the winger. And anyway, still on the attack. Good work. Here's Silva. Should have given. Instead, he opted to go by himself. Pereira. Good run into the space. Some good work. This time he gives draw and pass.
Release it! Release it! Release!
Good work by Navy. Nirosh Pereira. Ball in hand.
Last foot.
Partnering with Gihan Pereira. Again, it was tackled by Mutatantri on Adisha Veeratunga. Numbers out wide. Mohammad Afzal gives it to Madhuranga. And here's Chatura Seneviratna beats one. Can he go? And he scores on the far corner. Chatura Seneviratna, he scored against CH in the first round. And here comes the score in the second round from former under-20 player, St. Joseph's and Kingswood colours.
What an amazing try that was. Senaratne, had two players in front of him, had one player on the outside. He didn't care, did he? He just went straight over the top of Adam Gowda and then just carried the last man. I'm not sure who that was. Maybe it was Samuel Matawantha. But here, it's the yards that they make up the middle that creates the space on the outside. There's only three. When this ruck here, they turn the ball over. You can see there's three players there on the outside. That's all the defence they've got. Four players to defend. They managed to push them across. Here he is here. Bang! Sit down. Straight through the hole. Samuel Matawantha, you can come with me over the try line because that's where I'm going. Great try there.
Brilliant stuff by Senaratne. He's really playing out of position. He used to play at fly half or at fullback. Something like maybe Elliot Daly. Isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, great imagination, but a little bit like him.
He can kick 60 metres as well.
But I didn't realise that he could run like that. Like, that was a great run. Like, you didn't see him run like that when he was playing at 10, did you?
Oh, this time the conversion hits the uprights and goes inside.
And then off. And we remember that we saw Samuel Matawantha's kick. Just a second, the referee's having something to say.
1 minute water break. I think
1
that
minute
was the
water
call.
break for everyone, so it's another quarter break. But we remember in the first half, Samuel Matawantha, he took a shot from that side to hit the post, came back, didn't go through. This time, Navy have luck on their side, a couple of inches to the left, hit the post and went in.
Veera Singh got his measurement correct. Then Madhwantha's.
That's right. So now we have an opportunity here. I don't think the coaches are allowed on, but the water boys and the medical staff are allowed on, and so they're allowed to hydrate. So what are the messages that will be going out from the coaching staff? I'd imagine it would be hold on to the ball to CH. When the CH hold on to the ball, they look really good. So they go through their phases, they don't try and do too much, then they spread it wide, and they really stretch out this Navy defence. I think that's the way to attack this Navy defence, is to go from 15-metre line to 15-metre line on the other side, and that really stretches them out because they're really compact as far as the defence is concerned, and they push really hard around the ruck. So if you can push it all the way to the other side, all their numbers get stretched out, and that's what happened. That's how Samuel Matawantha scored his try. They stretched out the defence, and the defence didn't manage to connect up on the other side, so there was a hole in the middle. If I was speaking to the Navy team, I'd tell them that they should look for the space on the outside. Once they make the break, once they make CH do the work on the inside, there's space on the outside for them, and they scored that try just then by doing it.
Coach Ronnie Ibrahim in the dugout, looking cool as ever, along with Captain Yoshit Rajapaksa, not playing due to injury. He's out for 2 weeks. And 28 all, we are just witnessing a seesaw battle.
Okay, play.
As Satya Ranthunga goes out, the lucid prop being replaced. And the restart, that's not a good fall. Adisha Veeratunga. Thank God he didn't knock his head. He didn't have enough support. Veera Singh with a thumping up and under. No one is calling. Actually, miscommunication between Sudham Suryarachi and Rohit Rajapaksa.
Vice release.
And a replacement scrum off. Harsha Madhuranga.
Release now.
He just sends out the ball a bit faster than Rishi Dharmapal in the first half. Stefan Gregory into contact. Another change in that front row combination.
Release him.
Here's again Lahir Herat. Navy nicely drifting towards left to right. Mohammad Afzal trying to use some footwork. Here's Madhuranga. Dear oh dear, that's a sloppy error.
Language.
Stefan Gregory just came off the bench and unfortunately with this knock-on giving away the attacking opportunity.
I didn't actually think he wanted the ball there. He looked like he was a little bit narrow. If he was going to take that ball, he was running the right line. He needed to be that flat, but just needed to be a little bit wider. You can see him here. He's lining up. You see the way he jumps. I don't really want that ball. See Jason Melder there giving a little clap. He's putting a big shift here today. He's 60 minutes in and he's still getting around the field. We saw him sprinting after the ball. It looked like it was going dead in the first 5 minutes.
Outstanding work rate by Melder, Nivanka Prasad and also Sudarshan Muthutantri. And also Kasan Silva and Charit Silva has been outstanding for the Sailors. So as Amit Gunasinghe, he has done his homework in terms of line out throw ball. All photographs and videos can be purchased at reasonable rates. All you have to do is call the number on your screen or drop us an email info@thepapare.com.
Okay, doctor.
And surely you can collect all your photos that you needed. 60 minutes gone, final quarter, 19 minutes remaining. Coach Motilal Jayatilaka
Right. Crouch.
having a chat
Fine.
with his officials, and here's a scrum restart. Surya Rachi, Nivanka Prasad, great defense by Harsha Madhuranga. He didn't panic on Nivanka Prasad. We just saw before the half time, he sniped through that channel. Prasad went under the post try, straight away from the scrum. Another pick and go. We've been talking about playing that territorial advantage ball. Unfortunately, it's not going well. Stefan Gregory yet again. And Nivanka Prasad with a quick tap and run. He's still got some petrol on his tank. Suryarachi to Muthutantri. Hiranta Pereira, the replacement. Great work by Hiranta Pereira. No advantage, so referee Dinka Pires will go for the initial infringement of Navy player.
Not rolling away, he's calling it, but I thought he might have pulled them up for not being 10. They were on Prasad pretty quickly when he took that quick tap. Samuel Madawantha decides he likes the look of this one. He's going to have a shot at goal. We know it's well within his range, even if he is kicking into the wind.
He's someone who has or who can kick the distance of at least 50 to 60 meters. We have witnessed that this season, 60-meter kicks, and this looks around 45 meter. And the kick is good, and it certainly had another 10 meters in it. So 31 points to 28. Once again, CHNFC back in the lead.
Seesawing match. Have they got the petrol to go all the way? Still a long way to go. 15 minutes at least, maybe more. Madawantha, we can see what a great balance style he has. Gets his whole body through the ball. You see as even as his standing leg goes a long way past the ball and keeps moving.
Collected by Muthutantri. Again, well-timed kick. Winning the aerial battle by Siddharshana Muthutantri. Sudham Suryarachi gives it to Madhuvantha. Puts another thumping kick. Radhisha Seniratna, almost a fumble. We didn't see much of a spark coming in today's game. Here's Buddhima Piyaratna taking on Anuradha Herat. Buddhima Piyaratna versus Anuradha Herat. Rajapaksa with the tackle. And the ball comes loose. And it's a knock-on, says referee. And the Navy fans and the Navy players are not happy.
I can understand why. ThePapare will have something to say about it. Too much chat there from the players.
player. එයා යාගේ ඩියුටි එක කරනවා මම මගේ ඩියුටි එක කරනවා. right. sorry. මෙයාගේ knock on එක මම දකින්නේ knock on හැටියට. ඔයාලට නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. but please play for my distance. clear? knock on from you.
Well, referee DRL says he's the one who's deciding what is right, what is a knock on. And here's that run by Buddhima Piratna. And as he goes to the ground, and there comes the offload. Well, it's 50-50. Referee DRL said that it came from Thilna Veerasinghe's hand. He's not happy, but
you got to play on. You have to play on. Referee says one thing. That's what you got to live with. So those players there, they've got to let that go and start concentrating on what's in front of them. And what's in front of them is, for the Navy players, is they're trailing by 3 points. They are on the attack. They've got a defensive scrum though. Now they've got to put pressure on at scrum time, and then they've got to put pressure on Samuel Marawantha, who looks like he's probably going to line up to kick.
Sudam Suryarachi to Madhuwantha. Not enough pressure coming to Madhuwantha as he clear the red zone or the 22 meter. That's a wonderful kick. Just outside the 50 meter.
See it, change, see it.
Well, they cleared their lines really easy there. Navy are going to come back at them though. We know that much for free.
See it, change as well.
9 lineouts won by Navy, lost only 1.
Short line out here, 4-man, pot at the back, pot at the front, space at the back, so that's where they go.
Great take by Gyan Pereira, lovely inside pass by Afzal to Silva. Here's Navy on the attack, almost an interception. Greatly timed by Kanchana. Gavin Seagats using his upper body strength. Here's Madhuranga to Amit Gunasinghe.
Release! Release!
Madhuranga to Seagats once again.
Leg,
Great potent and attacking rhythm by Navy, and that offload finds Tanuja Madhuranga. Unfortunately, he knocked it on.
Unlucky there for Navy, but they're creating holes and space there. They just keep getting over the advantage line and then they push, and they look like they've got runners coming from all over the place. There's a Gauda's off and Costa's on. There's space there. We had one more player on that far side. Navy would have been through. You can see the players on the outside as well. There are 2, maybe 3 more players on the outside. So that's where the space is.
Right, crouch. Fine. Set.
Dangerous place to defend though. Centre scrum. Prasad picks up off the back.
Release!
This time good pressure on Nivanka Prasad. You know how dangerous he used to be from that back of the scrum. CH still inside their half. They just want to clear this, come to that opposite territory. And great kick by Sudam Suryarachi. Wonderful kick and a good skills by Thilna Veerasinghe. Looks like it's going to be a CHNFC line out, is it? Or is it deflected through a Navy player?
It was deflected through a Navy player, but the referee's assistant over that side didn't give it.
Well, interesting if we can have a look at a replay.
See, maybe he must have been over the line here. He's still in. Well, we can hear what the crowd think about it. I can understand their sentiment. Certainly looked like it came off a CH player. Anyway, we'll play on.
Right, here we go. Another line out right on the 22. Prasad Madhusanka, good carry. Too easy for Sajid Saranga. No pressure on that line out battle. Madhusanka trying to place that ball and pick up. Obstruction clearly. Jason Milner on Sudarshan Mututantri.
material impact එකක් උන්නේ ඒකට.
Man in front, a few players sitting down, having a little rest.
Strong.
10 minutes to go. Just under 10 minutes to go on the clock in the commentary box. Here you can see now the ball's going to ground here. Now that's okay. You can see that the players, so the man who picks up the ball here, he can't run into Murutantri there.
Break.
Because Murutantri is between him and the opposition, and that's called obstruction.
Right, crouch.
Navy coach Motilal Jayatilaka with the manager. Inside the 22, good push coming from CHNFC.
Release it.
Navy managed to keep position. Sigurds joining that ruck. Madhuranga gives it to Chaturaseni Viratna. And he puts a kick in touch. Right close to the 10-meter mark.
Inside.
And CH still has that attacking opportunity. We didn't see much of a spark coming through CHNFC's backs in this second half fall, despite the try scored by Samuel Madhwanta with a lovely combination of skills from Sudam Suryarachi.
So there are no lineouts lost there for CH, 8-1, so not much pressure's coming on from Navy there. We just saw a player get up and jump there and at least contest the ball. But they're very sure in their work here, the line out. Try and move the ball out, just out 7-8 metres out from the sideline.
Rajapaksa sends it to Hiranta Pereira. Good work by Samuel Madhwanta to put that pass. Anuradha Herat.
It's a big hole in the middle.
As he goes into contact, he drops the ball. Still Sigurds on fire. Will Thilnavir Singh opt to put that 3 points? No, Madhuranga takes it quickly. And he wants to run. Puts a lovely dummy by Tanuja Madhuranga, who scored the final try. Or the last try for Navy. Afzal once again.
Numbers out wide. They've only got 3 defenders out that side.
Release,
There's 4 at least for Navy, and actually now it's 4 on 3. Oh. And that's a pass to no one. Really wasn't the option.
Mohammad Afzal just not reading his attacking numbers.
Yeah, look, they had an opportunity there, but then the ball came out too slowly, and the holes, they closed up, and they just didn't manage to get the job done. Yeah, they need the ball out now. Too slow. Now an extra number comes across, and that really covered up that hole.
You can see the fans' reaction. Maybe he thought Buddhima Piratna or Chaturaseni Ratna is there for that extra space or the overlap. CHNFC can kill some time. Every second counts from now onwards, and there's a replacement straight away as Prasad Madhusanka goes off. And looks like Chatura Dilshan who has come in.
Yeah, CH looked like they almost lost their first line out of the day, but they managed to cover that up.
Suryarachi to Madhwanta. Again a thumping kick. Good catch by Chaturaseni Ratna. Sends it to Buddhima Piratna. He likes to run. And Buddhima Piratna steps and goes through. Nishan Pereira with the tackle. Good work by Nishan Pereira. No one to support However, Navy still managed to utilize their numbers out wide. Great work. Here's a prop forward, Kasun Silva, and his offload found by CHNFC's Mahesh Madhusankar.
That's another option there. The ball went forward off Navy player, or they can take the line out. They've decided to take the scrum by the looks of it. Lots of players there down on their haunches trying to catch some breath.
All Navy want is to win a penalty inside the 10-meter mark, where they can at least go for that 3 points. Here's that breaker, Buddhima Piratna. Good work by Nishan Pereira.
Here, look at the numbers they have here, though. Don't worry about getting a penalty 10 metres out. Look at the numbers they've got here. There's no defenders in front of them. One defender. Another defender. That's the last defender there. Look how many blue and white colours there are over that side. That Navy player swarming all over the place. They needed to hold on to the ball. Ball in hand there, they would have gone in for a try, and that would have maybe sealed the match. Will we see 2 more scores, or is there 1 more score left in this game to turn the tide? There's a lot of pressure on CH. Matawantha standing there ready, hands out, accepts the ball, gets the kick in, almost gets charged down.
So that's another good catch by Chaturu Seneratne, 2 out of 2 for him, and he puts the kick into the other end, and Rajapaksa gets the ball, and good work to escape Buddhima Piratna, and he offloads to Sudham Suryarachi. Suryarachi misses through the tackle.
Tackle run away!
And Navy trying to win that breakdown contact. Worth having a look at a replay. Mohammad Afzal is not convinced with the referee DRL's decision.
Well, we can have a look at the replay, and it'll only be for so we can have something to talk about over the water cooler tomorrow in the office. But here we see Dinkaperis ruled that the player didn't roll away. Now there's the Navy player there. Does he roll away? He's just rolling there. He's got to get out of the way there. Make no attempt to roll away, still making no attempt, and that's what he's been called for. Fair enough too. Rolls away, maybe that ball spills out, and maybe Navy have an opportunity. So there, young players, if you're watching at home, if you make a tackle, roll out straight away. Take that out of the referee's hands so he can't penalise you for being in the contact area, and then you won't be penalised.
3 minutes to go from our clock. And 10 penalties to 9 conceded. CH controlling the maul from the line out. Numbers engaging. Now they have to use it. Suryarachi break by. Chichi gives it to Hiranta Pereira. Fresh legs, of course. Afzal going for the interception and conceding a penalty on that breakdown. And here is the opportunity for Navy to have some say.
There's 3 minutes to go. I'm not sure what they're talking about here. Just get the ball and back in play. Had lots of time there to kick. There was no one back. There was no one back in the pocket. Far side, there's still no one back. Here we see the replay of that. See where the referee penalised there. Players in front. Players on their knees playing the ball. Kalina kicks, finds touch. 39 metres out from the CHNFC line. The score's 31-28. Minute and a half to go.
Absolutely, yes. We also have to look at the player of the match in this game, Paul. There are some great performance coming in. It could be anyone. Still 2 minutes or over 1 minute remaining in our clock. It's not the referee's clock. And there are some contenders, of course. One of course, on your screen, Jason Milder.
Yeah, look, he's put in a massive shift. I thought Mutatantri played well as well, but from CH, they're number 8.
Come back to that.
Had a monster match.
Madhuranga to Stefan Gregory. Here's Adisha Veeratunga, and that's poor work by Amit Gunasinghe. Giving away a knock-on. Is it going to be all over for Navy?
No, I saw a little glance at the referee's watch there by Dinkaperis. He looked and he's going to carry on, so there's more to come. Not sure if there's much more than a minute to go though, on 30 seconds on our clock. Is this going to be the last play? The leaders in the pack, they're talking to their teammates. What can we do from here? What's left? What have we got left in the tank? How much do we want in the tank to take home? 40 seconds to go. So that's not time enough just to kick the ball out. What do they need to do? They need to play the ball out the back. Will the number 8 pick up?
Yeah, Nivanka Prasad, probably my man of the match, will go and make 1 or 2 face and kick it out. That would be the plan. Another pick and go. Another face. Clock is ready in our screen.
Navy trying to get straight over the ball. So what they want to have here is they want to have a chop tackle, go as low as they can. And as soon as that ball goes on the ground, they want to have a man over the top of it, if they can.
What's the last foot?
Oh, they decided to kick the ball away. Interesting.
No last foot.
And they kicked the ball away because they knew they had a penalty coming up. The referee has a little glance at his watch. Will he be saying this is the last play of the day, gentlemen?
A penalty option. Will Samuel Madhwanta fancy a 60-meter penalty, or with much respect, Siddham Suryaarachi takes a tap and kicks it out. And there's Nivanka Prasad, our player of the match. Excellent work in the back of the scrum. Also, he carried so much meters. And excellent in defense as well. Former Navy number 8.
Yeah, look, I thought he had a monster match. He was everywhere. He was great in attack. He scored that great try in the first half. He was just so immense and powerful around the breakdown. He was well supported by Muratantri as well, and everything they did as a pair, and they just gained advantage and in the close contact stuff for CH, and that was so telling for them in the end, because the more they could hold on to the ball and win those close contact situations, the better they ended up in that game. But Navy really came at them pretty hard in the second half. CH held on and they managed to come away with the win, only by 3 points. We remember halfway through the second half that Tilna Wirasinger had a shot at goal, missed it to the right. If he'd gotten that, maybe it would have been a different game.
Yeah, that's a bonus point win for CHNFC, and Navy on the other hand have 2 bonus points, 2 losing bonus points. One is for the margin of 7 or less, and also they scored 4 tries as well. Nishan Pereira. Good camaraderie by both the teams. Nivanka Prasad, he didn't play entire last season.
There's Jason Melder as well. We spoke about him. He had an immense game. He's done some work over that little break. They had 2 weeks off. Looks like he's been supercharging himself. Very fit play. Don't see that from a front rower very often. Play the full 80 minutes and go at the pace that he did. Here we see the score, 31-28 from the racecourse grounds. CH probably deserved winners. They struggled in the first half. We came away with 14 points all at half time. Here we have a look at a couple of replays, and this is the replay from the first half. It's the first, oh no, sorry, this is the second half. This is Samuel Madhwanta. See the big hole in the middle of the defence there, and the forwards are just getting across, and that's what I was talking about when CH was stretching out the defensive line, and you saw those big players trying to get over in the middle from Fat Man's Alley.
And then Mohammad Afzal again, and Nishan Pereira. Same replay, action replay. Look at the running angle by Samuel Madhwanta. After Siddham Suryaarachi goes through, he comes inside and goes outside. Great understanding.
Yeah, look, those two have played a lot together at a 19 combination. He knew as soon as Siddham went, he had to go as well, and he went and he followed him, and that's how he could pick up that try. See a little steal there, that Absol there that stole the ball. Samuel Madhwanta had just done all that good work. We saw him turn away, wheel away as if he was going to wonder what he was going to do with the ball in his hands. He didn't have the ball in his hands. It was great following up there, and Navy came back and hit back straight away.
Wirasinger with the conversion. It was Like we said, seesaw battle in the second half. And this was outstanding work by Prasad Madhusankar. Look at the speed and a lovely offload.
Yeah, you really wonder where the blindside defence was there for Navy. That's normally there's 2 or 3 players there that have to have that responsibility. The hooker obviously has some sort of eye on that side. There's a halfback and a winger there, so I don't know where they were. I see Navy coming back. This might be the winger's try. This is where he sits down. Adam Gowda just sits him down on his ass, on his behind, and powers his way to the try line.
Great work by Chatura Seniratna. And a good conversion with the luck of that post. Dilna Veerasinghe, it was 28 all before this penalty from Madhuanta. That's the difference in the full time. 31 points to 28. That's how it ended here at the Racecourse International Stadium on this second round game of Dialogue Rugby League 2018 and 19. And these are the full-time stats: 31 to 28, 14 all at the half-time. 4 tries apiece, 4 conversion apiece. That 1 penalty of Samuel Madhuanta was the difference. And Nivanka Prasad, our player of the match, scored a great try, a 35-meter try from the back of the scrum, and he also made some great yards in this game. Also some defensively, made some great tackles as well. And next week fixtures: CHCR, another Colombo 7 derby, second round clash. We are bringing it live from Racecourse on the 12th January. Air Force taking on Police, Kandy vs Army in Nitawala, and Navy vs Havelocks at Valisara on 13th. And up next week, our weekly segment every Tuesday 6:30 p.m. all the ins and out on the breakdown. Join Shanaka Amarasinghe and Rugby Pitya same time in singular version, and also try of the week every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. We'll log into www.thepapare.com for all the information that you need to take and look on the Dialogue Rugby League. So that's all we have from this evening, and we'll say goodnight, and we'll see you next week with more action. Myself, Paul Toya, and our Papare crew will sign off.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Cheesy treats, we want more.
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves, only from Crescent.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
new breed of fast, Pulsar NS160, with wider tyres and twin disc brakes. From David Pieris Motor Company, Private Limited.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Crunchy munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites only from Crescent.